I've often thought the Eton mess to be a great allegory for a population done in by the long haul to summer. At the height of the season, when folks are near collapse, gasping towards their holidays, puddings are all bowls of strawberries, meringues and sponges, cream galore and yet more mounds of strawberries, the whole lot then heaped with ice cream and made into that almighty eponymous mess. I used to like strawberries left unprepared, even the hull left in, as I thought them so beautiful. I still think the best way to eat them is unadorned, but for a dusting of sugar and some of the best Jersey cream. I do find, though, that even in the summer it can be hard to spot a strawberry that is a genuine, homegrown, real sunshine-drenched, rain-starved fruit that has had to fight to grow and ripen. I wonder if it is the old story that the strawberries I ate as a child in Scotland, in that extraordinary berry grape country along the banks of the River Tay, remain the finest I ever had. They were without doubt splendid, and we certainly feasted, jammed them, jellied them, gorged on them in the fields until my mother issued a reproving tut. Teamed with strawberries, scones and meringues are marvellous beyond any whisper of doubt. Being an avid fan of Scots baking, I would still rate my mother's scones, little scudding clouds of a delightful softness heaped with cream and strawberry jam that sang summer sunshine from a spoon, over any other I have tried, and there are many. There are, though, a great many other recipes to fanfare the strawberry. A particular favourite is an almond cake that is as light and lovely as can be. A pain de jeans, a French recipe with Italian ancestry. Lifted from Anne Willin's eminent book French Regional Cooking, this recipe has never failed to delight. Pain de jeans is a delicate cake, delicious too, warranting a little extra effort to ensure a most special summer's pudding. Just before company descends, hull the strawberries and slice them holus into the most random of shapes and sizes, dust with icing sugar, then dress with a generous squeeze of lemon juice. Toss all together with care and let sit. With the strawberries heaped upon the cake, or not as the case may be, for the cake is handsome, with much cream alongside. This makes for beautiful summer fare and a lovely finale to a fine lunch. Almond cake with strawberries and cream serves 8 for the cake. 125 grams softened unsalted butter, 100 grams whole almonds, finely ground, 125 grams caster sugar, 3 eggs, 1 vanilla pod, 30 grams corn flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, a pinch of salt for the topping, 125 grams pine nuts, 3 large spoonfuls of plum or apricot jam, juice of a small lemon for the strawberries, are least 750 grams strawberries, 2 tablespoons caster sugar, juice of a small lemon, a generously charged jug of Jersey cream. To serve, 1 liner 20 cm cake tin with parchment and set the oven to 160 C325 FGAs 3. Melt the butter in a small pan over a gentle heat. 2. Combine the ground almonds and sugar. Crack an egg into the bowl, mix, then add another, mix, then a third. Split the vanilla pod and scrape the seeds into the bowl. Beat the contents until lighter and slightly thicker. 3. Sift the corn flour, baking powder and salt into a bowl and strew it over the batter. Pour in the melted butter and mix it all together deftly and swiftly. 4. Pour the batter into the tin. Bake for 3035 minutes, or until a skewer inserted comes out clean. Cool in the tin on a wire rack. 5. Put the pine nuts onto a baking tray. Pop them into the oven and bake for 58 minutes, or until lightly colored. Set aside to cool. 6. Warm the jam with the lemon juice on a low heat, stirring until quite melted. Worry not about any pieces of fruit, as they add charm to the cake. When liquid, brush the warmed jam over the cake, then cover with the pine nuts. As these beautiful kernels are a great price, I tend to eschew the temptation of a dusting of icing sugar and let this pleasing sight remain as is. 7. Not too long before the cake is required at table, hull the strawberries. Slice into myriad different shapes and sizes. Tip into a handsome bowl, pour over the lemon juice and add the sugar. Mix with care and let sit. 8. When ready to serve, remove the cake from the tin and place on a fine plate. Take all to table. Jeremy Lee is the chef proprietor of Quo Vadis restaurant in London at Jeremy Lee Cove.